Is there another way you can look at your humiliation so that it turns into support? Humiliation is such a
God, that
charge.
sounds great, but I haven't found a way to do that.
I'm trying to humiliation and shame that I'm trying to figure out how can I avoid it. Well, I do that. I do that too. Good luck. Yeah. But no. But how can I sit in my humiliation and shame and not get an impasse because
I'll tell you, the only way that works for me is that's where I need to come back to assuming that I could acknowledge that I acted something out that was unacceptable. And I can assume that I'm going to be met with love when I acknowledge that.
by myself.
From yourself.
Yeah, I was
No.
saying by myself. 'Cause
Well, yes,
not
from myself,
together.
but also, of course, I'm a lucky man. I can assume I'm going to be met with love from Donna.
Well, yeah, you're with married to
Yeah, but
somebody
it's,
who understands this process.
But-
What is it?
I want to suggest that anybody in this room could blow up at anybody else in this room and assume you could go back to that person and own up to it and assume you're going to be met with love when you do that. You don't have to have Donna.
What you're saying though is back to, there's a piece of self-acceptance, because in
Absolutely.
reality it's like saying, okay, first you have to go through, I have to go through, like I'm thinking of the guy today at the dealership, when he looked at me and he got all fired up, like,
Yep.
assuming that I was angry when I was like the calmest cucumber on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when he did his whole, whatever he projected onto me,
Mm-hmm.
in the past I would have, because I saw it, I would have been like, but I didn't do that. I just kind of looked at him like, I'm curious, what is it about me that makes you think that I'm mad at you?
Mm-hmm.
I stayed really calm.
You
It
didn't
was awesome.
you didn't have to explode back.
Right. But because I like this was a novel experience, but I'm thinking as you're talking how I had to go through breathing as I saw him getting all fired up and just kind of like knowing that I didn't do anything wrong and just assuming that everything was okay with me,
Yep.
assuming that nothing was wrong with him,
Mhm.
and got curious about what's going on over there.
Now, can you come back to noticing the relative level of satisfaction you were feeling between what that felt like versus if you had blown up at him?
Yeah. I blew up for years, so that's why I know
Yeah.
I am satisfied, much more satisfied. And the conversation went so much deeper because he started
Yeah.
telling me about his childhood.
Right.
Did you actually ask him to say, I'm kind of curious what's going on?
No,
Oh.
no, he started telling me.
That's where magic happens.
He started telling me where he used to live, near where I live, and the next thing you know, he's telling me he had a huge accident, 4 months of coma, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at him like, wow, this is like a turnaround.
Right.
It's wild.
You really touched him.
I think
And the reason you really touched him was because you were really coming into your existence.
Yeah.
You were really present.